Welcome, fans of the supernatural. Have I shared the story of the time I stayed in a haunted hotel? Well, it was definitely a night I will never forget. I still get nightmares from the incident. Episode 13, The Ghost Staff. On a cold night, I checked into one of the most well-known hotels in the large metropolis. The hotel was a luxurious high-rise skyscraper with elegant decor and state-of-the-art amenities. As I settled in, I started noticing strange occurrences, from mysterious sounds to unexplainable shadowy movements. I tried to shrug it off, thinking that it was just my imagination. But then I started noticing things that couldn't be ignored. The staff seemed to appear and disappear out of thin air, and their movements were unnaturally smooth and synchronized. It was as if they were not living, breathing humans. What they actually were, I had no idea. I tried to rationalize what I was seeing, but the evidence was stacking up. I saw dried bloodstains that would appear on the luxurious hallway carpet and then vanish the next day, and the guests seemed to be disappearing without a trace. I tried to approach the staff about my suspicions, but they acted as if nothing was amiss. I knew I had to investigate further. As I delved deeper into the hotel's history, I found out that it was built on an ancient burial ground, which had been disturbed during the construction of the hotel. Legend had it that the spirits of the dead had never left, and now they were seeking revenge on the living. It seemed like I had stumbled upon a horror story come to life, and at that point, I knew I had to get out of the hotel, but every time I tried to leave, the staff would block my way. They seemed to know my every move, and I felt trapped. I had to come up with a plan. I searched the hotel room for any means of escape and found an old ventilation system that led to the outside. It was risky, but it was my only chance. I waited until one of the busiest shifts, when the majority of the staff would be needed to attend arriving and departing guests, then made my way to the vent. The metal was cold against my hands, and the noise of my breathing sounded like thunder in my ears. As I crawled through the vent, I felt like I was being watched, like the spirits of the dead were following me. All of a sudden, I felt cold fingers grasp my ankles. I kicked violently and looked back to find gray, stone-cold eyes staring at me. I screamed, and before I knew it, I was being dragged back to the hotel at incredible speed. I tried grabbing for something that would stop me, but I landed back at the entrance of the ventilation system. I picked myself up and started running. As I ran down the hallway, I could feel their cold breath on my neck. I could hear their ghostly whispers in my ear, but I kept running. I burst through the grand front entrance doors and into the bright lights of the city. I turned back to see the entire hotel vanish into the night, and I knew that I had escaped the clutches of the haunted, treacherous hotel.